We're going to look at how teachers can write good prompts for chatbots. Now, the idea of a good prompt is simple enough. A good prompt gives you the output that you want. To achieve this, a good prompt needs to incorporate a number of elements. So it needs to incorporate the role that you're going to give to the chatbot. It needs to incorporate the task you want completed. It needs to have a little bit of context around that task as well. And you need to add quite a bit of detail, so you need to be specific on certain aspects of that. So let's break that down now and look at how we're going to create a lesson plan for a teacher. So first of all, you need to give the chatbot a role. So we say to the chatbot, we say, you are a secondary school computing teacher in a school in England. So then we need to specify the task. So for example, we're going to say, create a lesson plan on binary and denary number systems. Then we need to talk about the context. So in this situation, we need to explain who the audience is, so which group is this for, and maybe a little bit of context about what they already know, perhaps. So in this situation, we're gonna say this is a lesson for a Year 10 GCSE Computer Science group. They will have been introduced previously to binary and denary conversion with up to 5 bits. Next, then we add some detailed instructions on what we want carried out. So in this situation, I'm going to say we want them to be shown how to convert between binary and denary number and vice versa. We want the students to practice with lots of questions converting between binary and denary for numbers up to 8 bits. So now we put all that together, and this is our prompt. Now we're going to copy and paste this prompt straight into ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is a well-known chatbot. You can get to there via chatgpt.com. Because we've pre-written the prompt, we can just cut and paste that straight in. It's the same prompt as shown already. So it's generating a lesson plan, or will be generating a lesson plan. So now it's creating our lesson plan and it's outputting all that. And you can see there it's generating the different parts of the lesson, the learning objectives, specifying resources, it's a lesson structure with a starter, explanation, activity, and so on. So it's generating something pretty reasonable there. And looking at that, that actually is something I could probably go with. Maybe I could take that and then modify it later on. I could do that, but it would be a really good start and certainly save me a lot of time having to generate a lesson plan from scratch. So this would be a really useful starting point to plan a lesson. But don't always expect to get what you want on the first attempt. You may need to refine your prompt until you're happy with the output. So let's imagine in this situation that it hasn't included a nice scaffolded activity that I like to do, and that's to use cards with numbers on them and to help students learn to do the binary and denary conversion. So now I've incorporated that in, and now it's going to regenerate the lesson plan with that activity in there, with a nice scaffolded activity in there. So it's regenerating, and you can see it producing that and working away. So I suppose the key message is, if you're not happy with the output, you can refine it. If you're still not happy with the output and you keep refining it, then probably at that point then you might just want to take it and then modify it to your own ends. So to help with writing prompts, there are prompt libraries that exist. There's a nice one here you can use, AI for Education. If you go to this website, so it's www.aiforeducation.io/prompt-library. Lots of different prompts here, not just for creating lesson plans, but for doing all sorts of things from administration to assessment and so on. It's worth having a look at that. You can take those prompts and you can modify them to your own ends. So now it's over to you. Have a go at creating your own prompt, maybe for creating a lesson plan, maybe for something else. Don't forget to include all those aspects of a good prompt: the role, the task, the context, being specific. I've already shown you the prompt library. So the top one here bit.ly/promptlib. That one goes back to that other IO for Education prompt library I've shown you. And there's another prompt library that's worth having a look at, bit.ly/LLM prompt. That's another one you can have a look at. So you can try those out and you can explore that for yourselves.